Well, so Billy Ball is no more in Gainesville, the first coach in more than 75 years to coach more than 3 seasons at Florida and finish under 500. Let's bring in tonight's face-off panelists, Mark Moses, Jason Powers. Gentlemen, welcome. Well, now that Billy Napier is out, I want to get both of your guys' thoughts on the move in Gainesville. Jason, let me start with you tonight. What did you think?
Well, it was about time for the guillotine to come. We had been talked about for weeks on end. I think if you're Florida, you got to get ahead of the curve here on the coaching hiring cycle. You have an off week, so you have 2 weeks to figure out who on the staff you want to take over for the last 5 games or so. But I think if you're Scott Strickland, you had to do this. You heard the reports where the financial boosters in the program said he's got to go, or there's no more dollars coming in for NIL for next year. I think that's the right thing to do. He wasn't going to make it. I hate to say that, but nice guy. Just didn't win enough on the field. Inconsistent. Game management wasn't great. He didn't win on the road in the SEC. I think 0-10 against ranked opponents. He did terrible against his perceived rivals, Florida State, Miami, some of those teams in the conference. So had to be done. You got to get ahead of the curve here, and I don't blame Scott Strickland one bit.
Mark, are you surprised by this move at all, especially where it happened and when?
No, I'm just upset tonight. I'm sad. I've been here since 2013 talking about this football team. I went through Muschamp. I went through Mullen, the guy with the shark. I'm just tired. I am. And now you have this guy, 4 years. And I met this man multiple times. He couldn't have been nicer. He's great one-on-one. And it's just another failed coach at Florida. And I'm sorry to say this. It's 17 years now since they've won the conference. They expanded the playoff to make it easier for teams, and Florida can't find it on a map. That's what's sad. But don't feel sorry for him moving forward. He's going to get $20 million guaranteed. He's going to be a coordinator. I feel bad for Florida overall because I'm sorry I have to say this. This is a great program we're on. This isn't FAU. This isn't the University of South Florida. This is the University of Florida, and they can't figure it out. And that's why moving forward, you can't get people from the Sun Belt. You better get a big name. You better open the checkbook, and you better get this right. Because this fan base deserves to win. It does. I know that's delusional talk. They're like the Dallas Cowboys. But I'm sorry. This is Florida. You have to win football games. I'm sorry.
You're right. You're right. I mean, Florida's recruits are unmatched in the state. There's no question. There's just too much talent to have what they've been going through these through 3 or 4 coaches. It's just that doesn't happen at the University of Florida. Meanwhile, now, Jason, the attention is going to shift to Florida State. Has Mike Norvell's seat just gotten hotter with what happened to his buddy there in Gainesville?
Scorching hot with what's going on in Tallahassee. 0-4 in the ACC, lackluster performance. He's living and dying, and now he's dying in the transfer portal. He's shown little to no high school recruiting in the state of Florida, where I know you got to live in the portal a little bit, but you got to go get some high school kids as well and develop them. I don't see a lot of player development going on at Florida State. Again, quarterback situation, we all think Castellanos is good. He's okay. He ain't great. You got to have a great quarterback in this day and age of college football, and you have to have a mixture of transfer and high school kids. You can't live in the portal 24 hours a day. Mike Norvell, thank God he's got like a $49 million buyout. He might survive, but boy, his temperature in that oven in Tallahassee is sky high.
Mark, what do you think? Is Norvell in trouble? Does he even make it through the end of the year? What's he got to do to even hold on to his job?
Jason's absolutely right. The stupidest move Florida State did was when Nick Saban retired, and then Norvell used that against Florida State to get the brand new contract. That or trying to leave the ACC is the dumbest thing people did in Tallahassee over the last 2 years, because they've not won a conference game in 2 years. We talk about Sunbelt Billy. At least he was winning games in conference. Norvell, and this is the other thing, tried to save his job by getting Gus Malzahn there from East Orlando at UCF, and now they're worse on offense. I think, Jason, I'm with you. He's on the hot seat, and if you're Florida State, you might have to pay this buyout. I know it's a fire sale on a Sunday night, but this is not good for either programs.
Mike Cairns money. They got to get in Mike Cairns' pocketbook, baby, to write a check.
Yeah, there's nothing in these pockets, fellas. I'm telling you right now. They're gonna be eating ramen then, if that's the case. Great stuff as always from these guys tonight. Mark Moses, Jason Powers. Thank you, guys.